To day 3 of the Harris chain. I had a big bag this day, caught 20 pounds even, went from 40th place and jumped all the way up to 9th. So it was a really good moving day, made the championship day. Unfortunately, I had some GoPro issues this day and none of it got captured. So it's going to be between me and my Marshall Mario, and that was basically... The day was awesome. I started out catching them basically on a shad spawn deal in a different area than I had started the previous 2 days. I went over to this spot. I started flipping. I missed one here the day before. I was flipping that Z-Man Zinkerz that we were talking about day 1, and we'll get to that again. But I flipped this edge, didn't have any bites, and then I wanted to troll up to this next waypoint I had, and I was just going to kick it on 100 and just go over to it. But just something in my mind told me I had to pick up that jackhammer. And with how this wind was blowing into this Kissimmee grass line, it had all the bass stacked up there. First cast, I caught one. Wasn't anything special, probably 2-pounder. Then as I kept going down, I caught a 3 1/4, a 4, a 4 1/4, and really it jumped me up real fast. I filled out a limit there with 2 smaller ones then. And at that point, I knew I had... I think maybe I didn't have a 4 1/4. I had a 4, whatever it was. My brain's slipping here. It was 14.5 pounds, I believe, I had in the first like 30 minutes of the day. So I was sitting in a really good position. From there, I went back to my game plan. Actually, I caught also a couple on this other bait here, which is that SB57. It's a Bill Lewis Squarebill. I caught a couple cranking on the outside of that grass too. After I went down at once with that Chatterbait, I switched up to this guy here. It's a really good bait. If you haven't tried it, hunts really well. Comes along grass edges like that Kissimmee grass. It comes along that, since it's stiffer, real well. Comes across laydowns. Awesome. Best laydown bait I have. And then I went to work, like we were saying, with my Mark Daniels Jr. favorite rod, and I just flipped all day. And it was, I was catching fish all day. I was missing them. They'd grab your Z-Man Zinkerz, kind of swim off with it. You'd miss them. And it just wasn't going early in the morning, but I knew it was going to get better throughout the day. And it did. That afternoon bite, it really picked up. I was able to put another, I believe, 485, I believe, was the big one that day. And then I caught another 3 something. At the very end of the day, I caught 2 more times. I got up to 20 pounds. So it was just all around. It was a lot of fun. It was the most fun day of fishing in a tournament that I've had. It's been a couple years. It was good. And then I got to sweat it out at the weigh-in. I was sitting there trying to figure out, do the math in my head if I was going to make the cut or not. And I knew it was going to be really close. I thought I was going to end up either in 10th or 11th. It was kind of how it was shaping up to be at the end of the day. And I actually ended up squeezing into 9th. So was going into the final day. The weights reset, so I was excited about that. And I had the similar game plan. I was going to go throw that jackhammer in the morning, and then I was going to go flip the rest of the day. And you'll see the video here. I have day 4 recorded. So I go out there, only ended up catching 11.8, which was kind of disappointing, but it took me all day to catch them. The fish I thought were coming to me spawning, like that wave that came up, it wasn't really there like I was hoping. So it is what it is. I'm really happy with the tournament. 7th place finish. Got me some really good points. Good check to start the year. I'm currently in 19th for the point standings. So good shape there. Got to make that top 50 to make the MLF title championship. So I'm looking forward to that. I do want to go over with you guys some rod and reel setups. So basically all week, my afternoon deal was flipping that Z-Man Zinkerz. I'd also mix in a Z-Man Bang Stick. If you haven't seen that, I'll show it to you as well. But it was a 5/8 ounce angler tungsten weight. I pegged it. I was using 65-pound Seaguar Smackdown. This isn't stealth gray, so it's real subtle when it goes in there. Reel was an 8 1-to-1 Soleus XCS by favorite. So I liked having that high gear ratio because I could pitch in there and reel right back up. And it pulled up so much line, I could do it really fast throughout the day. Kept my bait in the water more, putting it in a high percentage areas, picking it apart, so that was key. The rods, that favorite, Mark Daniels Jr. Hex, it's a 781 heavy, 7 foot 8 inches. I had 2 of these rigged up on my deck, and that was what I went to town and working with. So that was that setup. The Jackhammer and Razor Shad, pull that one out for you. That is the one that I was throwing on a Phantom cranking. This is the rod I always use when I'm fishing a chatterbait, just because it lets them get it a little bit deeper. Being that glass rod, it lets them get it deep, but the rod itself has enough backbone that I can either rip it out of the grass, or when I hook a big one, I can actually have some control of it. It was a 1/2 ounce, just a white and pearl Razor Shad on there. You can see knock his eye off. I caught a bunch of fish on this bait, and being that Razor Shad last deck, I didn't go through any trailers. This is the same one I used for 4 days of tournament fishing. I was super impressed by it. It's just what you expect out of that combination there. Catch a lot of fish, a lot of big ones, put key timely ones in. Reel's a 7.3-to-1 Soleus XCS. A little bit slower than the 8 1-to-1. I like that just because I can slow down or I can speed up. I kind of control my retrieve on how fast I do it. Slow and steady seem to be the best way to get them to bite. I was throwing it on 17-pound Seaguar and VizX. Then we got our, where are we at next? Oh, I didn't actually tell you the hook too. It's a Hayabusa, it's a 5.0 FPP straight. It's actually the HD version, so it's a good flipping hook. Used it all week with them. The Bill Lewis SB57 right here. That's chartreuse shad. Rod here is a Phantom cranking as well, but this is the 7-footer. It's a great Squarebill rod. I use it a lot for that. I was throwing it on 15-pound line. This is Seaguar and VizX as well. You can see this is I have this one as a gold reel. It's a 6.3-to-1, so it's the slowest reel they make. And I like that for when I'm cranking. Just usually you want to keep it nice, slow, and steady. That way you get more bites that way. And the last one I was using on days 1 and 2 was when I was throwing that spinnerbait. You can see I got the spinnerbait there, that Hayabusa trailer. We talked about this in the past. If you have more questions about it, put them in the comments below, or actually look back on past videos. I've done a couple talking about this, but you can see that bead system gives it that nice little bit of freedom of movement there, but it keeps it right in that spot. I caught that 4-pounder the first day that just tagged that trailer hook, so that was important. The rod's a Rush. It's the Zach Burge's signature one. It's a 731. They call it a medium, 731 medium heavy. It's just if you need one rod to do a lot of things, this is it. Also 7.3-to-1 reel, 17-pound Seaguar and VizX. So that was kind of my rods and reel setups for the week. And if you have any other questions about whatever else I had going on here, make sure you put them in the comments below. If you haven't already, watch days 2, 1, and practice. I kind of set up how it was all going down, tournament getting ready. And if you have any other questions, let me know. And if you do me a huge favor, please subscribe. Have a great day.
Hey boss, let's do something special today.
I'm ready.
In boat number 9, it's spelled Gray with an E, not with a Y. My man Gray Buck.
I'm gonna sit here till you take off. I'm gonna shoot a little bit and then I'm gonna hop back there.
Boat number 10, head south, making things happen. Time for first, Jackson Reyes.
What's your jam, Dave? Day 4 Harris, we're out to go here. Let's go get it done. Solid number 1 on that white Z-Man Jackhammer and the Razor Shad. Good 2-pounder to get us started, kick us off. Get some water in for these fellas. There we go.
What now?
We're kind of giving up on the chatterbait bite that we had going in the mornings. I don't think there's enough wind right now, so we're gonna go and just start flipping. Just minimal wind, it's gonna help a lot. I'll be able to make precise pitches. I'll be able to see the holes in the grass where those fish should be bedding down, so it should work really well. Excited for this, and we're gonna try to catch a couple big ones. I even saw that one. You chased it up the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the deal is. They're just not like.
Was it any good?
It was a 2-pounder.
Oh.
It was a keeper.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Well, make him eat it.
I don't know what the deal is. Alright, well, we got number 3. You can see here, we got that Hayabusa hook in there. It's that 5/8 angler tungsten, and just keep flipping away. I actually saw that one swirl on it, pitch back in there. I missed it, and then he came back this time. So it was obviously on a bed. We're gonna flip in there a couple more times, see if we can't get that female. Slowly working our way up. Get our TH Cold Marine. Good to go.
What does that fish do for your confidence?
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit better here. It's been a while since I had a bite. I'm hoping this is gonna be one of those little strips that you go through where you can get 2 or 3 fast. It seems like when you get one that's bedding down like that, they like that area. The bottom must be right, and it gets us a couple fish right there. So that's good. Hoping there's a big female sitting there that was paired up with him, and see if we can get going in the right direction here in the last couple hours. It can happen. They're fish like they're coming up. They're the afternoon's definitely been the best bite. We got sun today, which I didn't expect. I thought it was gonna be raining at this point, so hopefully that stays the case. Gives us a shot, get these fish that are back in this heavier cover. Usually when they spawn, like they go to that, like they like that because that's all sand when you get the buggy whips growing. All right, and just like that, we were talking about how I couldn't catch him out of buggy whip, so we got one. Power pull down here real quick. This is number 5. This is solid 2 something. He's not real fat, but fills out the limit. Makes me feel good about it. Look at that leak out there too. That's good. This afternoon bite seems to be picking up a little bit. Hopefully we can keep it going. I'm definitely going back to that one stretch that I fished it twice today. I think I've caught one off and I missed 1 or 2, but it really seems like that afternoon deal is gonna hopefully play out again, and we're gonna go get a big one. We can upgrade with 1 or 2 of those fish. It's really gonna help move us up here. Give us a little better shot. I don't know if he's going to help or not. We're going to make the run back in. We got about just under 40 minutes, so about as much time as we, or it is as much time as we can leave here. It's a good 35 to get back. So we're going to get back there quick.